I'll show you just how sexy I can be. Hello everyone and happy Halloween. Now you might have noticed when it comes to Halloween costumes, people tend to make them sexy for some reason. Whether that be a sexy nurse, a sexy pirate, or a sexy Pennywise. I have no idea why they do this for. But I consider myself a very sexy individual. So today I thought I would make my own sexy Halloween costume based on my favourite thing. The gorgeous Terry's Chocolate Orange. And to be fair, I don't think I can possibly make this more sexy than it already is. It's delightful, look at it. You're just so good. It's one of my favourite chocolates. So much so that I bought 6 Terry's Chocolate Oranges for this video, and I've already eaten 4.5 of them. And I've only had them just over a week. Someone needs to take them away before I gain about 20 stone. Okay, I think we'll start off with the most important part of this DIY sexy Terry's Chocolate Orange costume. It's such a mouthful. And it's obviously the main ball. So I bought this big inflatable ball on Amazon, and I think it's one of those things you use to kind of like fight with each other or something. I don't fully understand it, but it's gonna work perfectly for this. And because the Terry's Chocolate Orange is covered in this orange, shiny metallic material, I thought I would try and recreate this using this self-adhesive orange PVC. And I just cut it into strips and stuck it all around this big ball. I was so close. I was just one roll short of completing it. It's very disappointing. So I did of course order some more of this orange PVC and applied that to the rest of the gaps, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty impressive. I think we're off to a good start. But a Terry's Chocolate Orange isn't wrapped in just a plain orange wrapper. If you look at it closely, it has like these little yellow dots on it. I don't really know what shape they are. It just looks random to me. So to achieve a similar pattern to that, I just used some yellow acrylic paint and painted just random splodges onto the surface of this orange PVC. And I think that looks alright. I just need to obviously cover the entire thing now. And now it's dry, it's looking a little bit like this. And I think it's got a Terry's Chocolate Orange vibe. It doesn't look sexy yet, but that's gonna come with the accessories. That's really gonna make this sexy. But I think I've made a good start. My Terry's Chocolate fantasy is coming true, everyone. I'm gonna be it. It's gonna happen. This is the best Halloween ever. Okay, so moving on to the accessories. And I wanted to create a headpiece that was symbolic of the label that's on top of a Terry's Chocolate Orange. So that one there, this is what I'm going for. So to do this, I just pre-cut a piece of cardboard into a circle shape, and I again used some of that self-adhesive PVC fabric, but this time in a dark blue, and just stuck that all over this cardboard. I then trimmed it down and it was looking pretty good. And next up I just needed to create the text that's on the label, and I just hand painted it with some acrylic paint. And now that it's dry, it's looking a little bit like this. And I think that's looking so cool. This is going to be my label. I think that looks like a label. Yeah, it looks good. It looks great. Super sexy. So the next accessory for this outfit is some blue satin gloves, which look sexy as they are, but I know I can make them slightly more sexy. So I bought some fake orange nails, and I just super glued them to the ends of these gloves. Now these were looking really damn sexy, to the point where I just couldn't take it. But I think I can make them look even sexier than they already are. I know that's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. So I bought some little orange gemstones and decided to encrust these nails with all of these gorgeous orange diamonds. And by the way, this took absolutely ages to do. I have the utmost respect for drag queens who stone the shit out of everything because, like, you have no idea. It took so long. It took hours. But I got them done and they were looking great. You can't do anything in these gloves, but they look amazing. Okay, so the next accessory that I've bought is this gorgeous wig. And I think we're going to call it Terry with an IE. However, Terry needs a bit of styling because I've tried it on and it just doesn't look great. So I need to cut a fringe a little bit. I'm not sure whether I'll make this worse. In fact, I probably will make this worse, but we'll soon see. I'm definitely not a wig stylist. So this fringe is a bit long. I'm just gonna hack into it, see what happens. Ooh. We'll do a blunt bang. I think that's what Americans call them, bangs. In the UK, we just call this part a fringe. It's a really long fringe though, so I want to cut it quite short. I've cut my own hair before. Oh, bollocks. And that went really well, so a wig's no different. And I want to cut these sides down a little bit as well because they're going to get in my mouth. I am matting the shit out of this wig. My comb's also filthy. I can only apologise if you can see how dirty my comb is. Clearly don't wash it. It's way more fun cutting someone else's hair. It's less terrifying because if you ruin it, then, you know, it's not your hair. It doesn't really matter. I think like a jagged stare haircut, it's really in this season. What do we think? Still think that fringe is a bit long. I'll just try it on just to make sure I'm not ruining it. See, that fringe is still really long. What do we think? We need a bit like about that much off. Yeah, I'll go for where that cut is and then that'll look good. I don't want to keep chopping because I feel like I'm getting a bit carried away now. Okay, I think I'll be happy with that. Oh, I've cut a lot of hair off you, Terry. I'm sorry. I know you only came in for a trim. Okay, and because these side bits, they kind of like waft away into my mouth and they bother us, I'm just going to put a little bit of hairspray on. Just try and pin it back a bit. I don't want too much hairspray on because I still want my wig to move. Because there's nothing more sexy than your hair wafting in the wind. From frumpy to sexy. I think everyone's going to want to come to my salon now, aren't they? And get whatever this is. Okay, now I need to obviously attach the headpiece to the wig. And I was going to create like a strap or something. But a strap doesn't come across really sexy, does it? I don't want a strap around my chin. So instead, I'm just going to hot glue it to the wig. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just going to need a lot of hot glue. If this doesn't work, then obviously you know not to do this. Oh, this is just the best. Also, if I'm shouting in this video, I can only apologise, but my tinnitus is really bad and I can't hear anything. All I can hear is a constant ringing sound. So if it sounds like I'm screaming, that's why, because I can't hear myself. Give that a few minutes just to make sure the glue sets. Sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for how much of a creative genius I am. I'm setting trends everyone is going to want to be a sexy Terry's chocolate orange this Halloween, or maybe it's next Halloween. It'll be a bit short notice to do all of this for this Halloween, won't it? Next Halloween, we're going to see loads of sexy Terry's chocolate oranges. Okay, well, I'll put you to one side, let you set, and I'll show you the rest of the accessories. Okay, so we have some very sexy orange PVC boots. And look at the heel on them. That's a decent length, chunky heel. And you might have seen them at the end of my last video. And yes, I am going to be trying to wear these. I just hope I don't break my ankle. We've obviously got my lovely gloves here, which have turned out really nice. They're nice and sparkly now. I have these sunglasses, which are a little bit steampunk, but I still kind of like them. And I think this is really gonna like set the look. It's gonna bring to life this chocolate orange. And then I'm also going to be wearing this bodysuit, which I've made a couple of mistakes with already because I've cut the arms a little bit short. So my gloves kind of come up to here and the bodysuit comes to here and then there's just arm. So I'm gonna have to paint my arm. And also with this bodysuit, I'll show you what I've done. Because it was by Morph Suit, it had massive black letters saying Morph Suit on the back of it, right where the arse is. So I've crudely painted over it with an orange paint that doesn't match the suit at all. So it might look like I'm having a period out my arse, but we won't stare at my arse in this video. But if you do get a glimpse of this, that's what it is. It's just paint. And I don't think I've got any other accessories, so I think it's time to put on my bodysuit and I need to do my makeup. I say my makeup, I'm just going to be painting myself orange. Well, I definitely don't think I should have eaten all of those chocolate oranges because this suit's very tight. Got my tits out for the lads. I'm going to be covered in a massive circle anyway. So to paint my face, I'm just going to be using some face paint. And hopefully it'll be alright. I'm blind. I've got a mirror here so I can see what I'm doing. And I wasn't going to shave for this. I'm just going to paint over the top of my beard because, well, I don't want to get rid of my beard. I haven't seen my chin in probably over 10 years. Always been covered by a bit of hair. It's definitely not the most full coverage thing. It might look better on camera, but in person, it's a bit patchy. This face paint as well, it says not to get it around your eyes or anything, or on your mouth, but it's face paint. What do they expect? I want to cover my entire face, including my mouth and my eyes. I think I might paint my face orange every day. Gotta get in the ears too. I just realised you're not going to be able to see my ears, so I don't know why I've painted them for. Well. Nice to put the effort in. It's all coming together now. You're not going to be able to see the back of my neck either, because I'm going to have that wig on, aren't I? What am I doing? I'm just putting in extra effort today when I don't need to. It's not like me. Okay, what do we think? I think that's nice. Why do my eyes look so small? Have my eyes shrunk? Is it because I'm not wearing my glasses? All my face features look tiny. Stunning. So, I think I'm pretty much ready now to fully transform into the Terry's Chocolate Orange I've always wanted to be. So I'll put on my entire outfit and all my accessories and everything, and then we'll have a little grand reveal. I'll show you just how sexy I can be. You little Well, that was... I don't really know what that was, to be fair. I had so many issues. I actually had a whole storyboard planned out for this video and what I was going to do. But unfortunately, so much went wrong. I didn't realise how difficult it was going to be to move in that massive ball. And now I have to edit all this footage and somehow make some sort of sense from it all. Because I have a good feeling it's not going to make any sense at all. But I might put out an outtake video tomorrow of everything that's gone on behind the scenes, or some of it that's gone on behind the scenes, because it's just been a mess. But I'm knackered now, I'm so tired. I've been recording for over 5 hours. Just this segment, just me getting ready to become a Terry's Chocolate I can't even finish the sentence. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean. But I think I have become somewhat of a sexy Terry's chocolate orange today, and I have enjoyed myself, but I still can't hear a single thing. The ringing in my ears has gotten worse, so I'm gonna go. I'm calling it a day. But if you did enjoy this Halloween orange, just a little treat, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope I've inspired everyone. I think this is definitely one of the most stupid videos I've ever done.